Is it a gorgeous, gorgeous day down here at the Ferry Plaza Farmers Market? The weather is perfect. There is an abundance of fabulous fruits and vegetables and greens. Well, I mean, obviously this time of year it's not going to be overflowing, but there's certainly plenty of it.
Unbelievable.
So this is Rod Rotondi, who has the misfortune of living in Los Angeles. No, I shouldn't say that, but he's been walking around just really, his eyes are shooting open.
When I look around here, I mean, the people here are so fortunate. It's incredible to have this abundance of produce. And I mean, even the dried foods, you have beautiful dried fruits. Look, heirloom tomatoes have been sun-dried, not dried in a kiln at high temperatures, low temperature dehydration.
That's it.
I mean, right here you have this you can make an amazing marinara
now, what's
sauce.
the benefit though of sun-dried versus? By the way, can I plug your book? Nah, I won't.
All right.
Raw Food for Real People. That's why he's here. He's also got restaurants in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Leaf Organics.
Leaf Organics.
And you can find these at rawfood4realpeople.com.
Okay, so what's the advantage of raw or let's say sun-dried versus cooked?
Well, if I want to make a marinara sauce and I use just fresh tomatoes, the sauce is going to end up being too watery. It's not going to have that deep tomato flavor.
Yeah.
But when I blend in, like just in a blender, like a Vitamix or a normal blender, when I blend in the sun-dried tomatoes at the same time, it's going to give a real rich, very thick tomato. It's like the equivalent of using tomato paste, but it's actually all natural and unadulterated.
Right. Okay, let's talk about a couple of other things. For example, there's persimmon over here.
Oh, persimmons are amazing. One of the oldest forms, the oldest form of food preservation used by human beings is dehydration. So when you wait till these are perfectly ripe and you slice them in slivers and you put them in a dehydrator or even in the sun, they dry out and they get a jelly-like consistency. I swear, it's like a natural gummy bear, but it's totally good for you. No less than optimal ingredients.
Whoa.
It's incredible. You can make persimmon pies, persimmon tarts, incredible stuff.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the other things. Oh, by the way, Dean, you're gonna have a real sun problem in a second here. Come on back over here and just take a look at now, just the items they have here for sampling. So they got the tomatoes, sweet Chelsea, apricot, strawberry. You could just take this and make a meal out of it practically.
You could certainly make some pretty nice desserts. You can make some great sauces. You can make a jam out of this just by blending this up with maybe some agave nectar and some fresh strawberries. A little bit of lemon.
Like that.
Oh, it's delicious just like that too.
Because that's one of the problems is often they're too sweet.
Yeah.
Good, right?
Yeah, this has no sulfur in it at all. Usually you find these have sulfur or some other preservative.
Oh, that is good. This is the dried strawberry. This is all kiln.
These are sun-dried.
Sun-dried. Okay, so we're going to wander on down here. You were telling me about dates.
Yeah, well,
and you lived in Egypt in a Bedouin village?
Yeah, I actually lived for 7 years in a Bedouin village in Egypt, and I had date trees right outside of my house. I used to go outside, pick up a rock, throw it up in the tree, and they'd rain down. And the challenge was getting to the dates before the goats got there. But, you know, dates are incredibly great sweeteners. I mean, you don't need to use refined sugar. It's certainly less than optimal. So if you get the dates or you get raisins or agave nectar, there's so many great natural sweeteners out there nowadays. And these soak up the sun for months. So it has beautiful sun energy in there, lots of minerals, and they're delicious.
Now, you're not saying that people need to eat all raw.
I'm certainly not. I'm saying people need to start from where they are, and everybody is already a raw foodist. Even if you just had a Big Mac, you're like 2.5% raw food because there's a little tomato and a little piece of lettuce in there, right?
Yeah.
So it's about just getting more and more real food from nature, real unadulterated, unprocessed food. That's what you human beings ate for millions of years, actually, when you think about it.
Yep. Okay. So the nice thing is that Rod has put many of the details in this book. And you're going to be making an appearance today, by the way.
Great.
Do you remember where it's going to be? Where you're doing your book signing? He has really been having a ball walking around.
I love this place. I want to move up here.
So compared to LA?
Much, much better produce here.
See, I told you. Compared to LA. Why would anybody want to live there? Oh, my daughter lives there. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Cindy Paulson is standing by. She's going to be I'm not sure what she's making, but we're going to be talking about some of her really cool restaurants and some of her really cool dishes coming up on Crockford.